Skyrim, the East Empire Pendants, AA Gamer for Life. Okay, the locations of these pendants are pretty much all over Solstheim, and this one vendor out here,
I work
this
remotely.
guy,
You
I've
got a
sold
problem, you talk to him.
multiple things to him many times. After you get your speech up and whatever, this guy has been very helpful. But I've always noticed, like at the top of his list, when you talk to this guy, there's something about like special mining equipment, and I just never really clicked on it before. And then if you do, eventually he's like, "No, I ain't got nothing." Then he's like, "I am looking for these pendants." Okay, so
I'm okay with the dark.
the first say 7 to 8 of these are what they call in unnamed locations, and excuse me, they're not in alphabetical order, although the list that I was going off of was in alphabetical order. And I just started collecting them, and then I was like, you know what, I think I'll make videos on these. And there's 33 of them total, and it's just one of those little side quests. It's nothing that you have to do or unlocks anything special. It's just money, basically. They do pay out very well when you get all 33 of them. You're going to get a nice payday, about 16, 16 and excuse me, $16,000, so, or 16,000 gold, whatever. But anyway, it's a nice little payday. Um, I'm only doing it just for the sake of doing it, and can't really remember if this is the third, fourth time through Solstheim that I've actually never really come across the little chest and decided to crack it to get the pendant before. I just came across this thing and I was like, all right. So as you're exploring through Solstheim and you find these, as you can see, the first two chests were empty. At this point is when I decided to go ahead and make a walkthrough on it, all its locations. The map in Skyrim, I one gamer that was kind of, I don't know. I don't really feel like the clouds and all that really need to be here when you're looking at the map. That's just me. Kind of is what it is, and the developers, whatever. But Solstheim, I'm constantly always waiting to try to get daylight because it always seems real dark out here. And looking back through the videos, it's just like, damn, I wish it was a little brighter, or I turned the brightness up. But nevertheless, there's 33 of these things, and like I said, they're all over. The video should definitely help you out in its locations. Got the beautiful Serrano with me. So like I was saying, the first 7 to 8 of these, they're not named locations, so you gotta like fast travel to what's ever there and then circle around to get them. And again, this is just about making some extra scratch, or you like me, you just like doing everything there is to do. I don't really ever need a reason to go around looking for stuff. I just love doing that kind of stuff. There's a good look on the map where we're at. Okay, at this trading post, I believe there's a letter on the floor, and then it'll tell you to come back at nighttime. And there's like a ghost merchant up here, and he's got some kind of weapons or something that you can buy. I don't remember if you got to do anything or anything like that, but one of the things, I'm playing Grand Theft Auto, and the multiple hours of waiting and loading screens, waiting for people, whatever. Our friend and I were talking about Skyrim, and two add-ons, actually three. Um, all the multiple weapons out there in the world and the unique stuff, and pretty much all I ever really stick with is the dragon bone stuff. This guy supposedly he's got some kind of sword. I don't remember what the deal was, but nevertheless, he does have some things to buy. I don't remember if there was any quest-related things to him, but the few times I tried coming up here to see him, he just wasn't around. I came up at night, or I don't know, maybe if he needed to be a distance away and then walk to the place at night. I don't know if I fast traveled to it, but that's our fifth pendant right there. I believe I was trying to find a different location. I just came across, there's still some areas in Solstheim that I haven't unlocked yet. Like right here, this little gully, I believe is a tomb that has not been unlocked yet until the quest is given to you. I don't remember exactly how. It's been a while since I played Skyrim. But there's definitely a location right here where all this rock rubble is. But there's like a little camp southeast or something from this location. And I've most likely come up here and taken care of business. Like what I was talking to my friend, you know, just like Grand Theft Auto and multiple games these days, you know, there's like just so many different things, character, you know, the way you want your character to look, how you take on the action, that kind of thing. You know, like he had some kind of thing going on where he had like a little army of followers, and he's like, I didn't really have to do anything, and I was like, yeah, well, that don't work for me. I'm like, I don't want to be in the game and have a whole bunch of people doing my work for me. That's you know, that's just me. I'm like, I got Serrano with me, and the only reason why I have her around is just the 20 to 30% of the time where you get into an area that you got some serious high level people that she can help you with, or they're paying attention to her and you know, giving you the opportunity to take them out. Like this assassin, you're like, dude, you don't want to be coming after me, man. Mostly having a follower for me is that like I don't know. This is my second or third time through Skyrim, and dragons are basically dropping out of the skies like mosquitoes. I'm like, any given time, all of a sudden, I just got like dragons all over the place. I just recently went off and gave the dragon key to the, I can't think of the name of the place there for the Thieves Guild, the girl, the Nightingale. Anyway, I upgraded my locking to the point where the picks won't break, and that's a beautiful thing. Uh, After having the dragon key for so long, you just like it spoils you. You don't have to sit there and go through pick after pick, but lock picks are usually pretty plentiful, so you never really run out. But all right, so that's our next pendant. We'll continue on. But having Serrano around, or pretty much any follower, but I don't know, this chick, she doesn't seem to die. I've seen her health get down to just like a little blinking red, and when she goes down to one knee, the enemies just seem to pay their attention to me instead of her. And I've cured her vampirism, so, but she's one badass necromancer. I'm assuming like any of the followers, they got their points where they irritate the hell out of you, and she definitely does that. Like a lot of times I'll be talking to somebody and she keeps pushing me around, and that annoys me. It's like, go girl, just go over there and sit down, while I'm sitting here talking to this person, whatever. Um, there are many times like where I go into an area, I'll tell her to wait outside, that kind of thing. I can handle the battle without her. But having her around mostly, just when a dragon pops out of the sky, the dragon's just paying attention to her, leaving me to just light that dragon up with my bow and arrow. And so it's like, where it's good, it's, somewhat bad as well. But for the most part, I like having her around. When I decide to go into some place and I'm pretty sure I can handle the battle without her, I just tell her to wait outside for me. I don't know, after like a certain part of the game, um, sort of like Fallouts too, you'll have so much money and there's just no way you'd ever spend it all. And at some point you're just like, I'm getting tired of looting everybody because for the most part, you just don't need the money. The first time through Skyrim, I found that little book glitch up on the mountain, and I got like 16, 1700 of those books. And hey, anything that can get you free money was not easy, getting all those books back to Whiterun and then eventually selling them off. But the thing is that eventually you could go there, get 40, 50 books, take them to a merchant, and then sell them off. It's good. But after playing the game once and then kind of knowing the game the way I do, I didn't bother with it the second time around. Although I did make videos on it just for people that would like to mess with it. The second time around, I just went off into caves and I just kept battling people and looting their bodies, and I made my way over to Riften and immediately started doing shit for the Thieves Guild, the fishing and the burglary and all that. And then once I started like pickpocketing and this and that, like assassins would pop out of nowhere, and I was a low level and those guys were quite tough. So when I eventually did kill them, they had some good loot on them. And then I don't know, just playing the game, I just had more money than I knew what to do with. Um, Somewhere along the line, I found the necklace that gave me like 10% better buying power. And then I can't say I don't believe I put any skill points in the speech when I first started off the game. It's mostly in the bow and arrow and sneaking. And then when I got to the Thieves Guild, you get their armor. I think it's the hat of theirs gives you like another 10 or so. So every time I went to a merchant to sell off stuff, I put that necklace on and I put their hat on. So I kept it in the inventory for a long time, and then eventually, where I had so much money, and eventually was put some points into the speech. I didn't need that bonus anymore, so I just sold it off or did whatever with it. Okay, so from the little island there you saw, you got the Nero Root island there. There's several of those enemies that are on fire that look like trees or whatever. I forget the name of them, but anyway, there's 3 or 4 of them up here. Take them out. On the back side of that island is this little boat and the next little chest. They're not hidden, but they're not exactly, out there. They don't glow or nothing. They're a little bit in the shadows, and they are quite easy to miss. Like I said, I don't know, even though this is like my second walkthrough of Skyrim, but this might be the third or so time through the walkthroughs, because a lot of times I'll backtrack to reload the game and redo an add-on like this Solstheim one. At some point, I got sick of Merak stealing my dragon souls, so I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this guy popping up out of nowhere, taking my dragon souls. You put in work to kill a dragon. This guy's like, not this time, Dragonborn. I'm taking your soul. You're like, no, you're not. So anyway, at some point, I got sick of him doing that, and I just seeked him out and dealt with his ass and got whatever bonuses I got for that. Okay, so there's 33 of these pendants, and they're all over, and it's going to take about 3 videos to cover all of them. I tried to cut out as much of the fat as possible. I will zoom in and out of the map to kind of give you a real good location where we're at. This one's real easy on the north side of the island. Had to deal with some mud crabs up here. Alright, got 11 of them. This was, the game had 2 add-ons, and the Dawn Guard pretty much kept you inside the main map of Skyrim, but this Dragonborn one had its own map. Was pretty big, no question about it. The dark grayness of the area, because it's close to an active volcano or something, I could have lived without. But whatever, it is what it is. And the map, I see no reason for it to be all cloudy like that. God knows why they felt it had to be that way. When I'm looking at the map, I want to know exactly where things are. Can't tell you how many times we looking at the map trying to pinpoint an area, but it's all cloudy and stuff. But, whatever. That's a bitch session for another day. Okay, I believe this was like on the back side of the Hooker Island. Alright, number 12. Quick look at the map. There we are.